Okay. All right, guys, so welcome to Build and Burn. I believe that's what we're called the new name. So my name is Sam. What we're gonna be doing today is starting with some strength movements, a strength circuit. So it's more traditional, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, using dumbbells, heavier weight, ideally more so going for the amount of weight we're using rather than trying to get as many reps as possible. But doing what you can, of course, with the weight you have. And then after that, that's gonna be about half the time. The other half, we're gonna go into some cardio circuits, all body weight, where it's gonna be more rapid fire movements with less breaks in between. But for starters, we'll get going into a little warm up here. So we're gonna start with that world's greatest stretch. So left foot forward, right hand planted. We are reaching through under that arm and then rotating up. Exhale as we rotate. Start it nice and easy. You can even have this back knee down if you like. Do one more this side. Go on to the other side. Same thing, just reaching under this if you like. Rotating up, otherwise you can omit that part and just do the rotation. Last one this side. All right, so next we're gonna come onto our knees and we're gonna be doing a little chest opener while also waking up our quads slightly. You have a cushion or something, blanket, pillow, you can put it under your knees if it's uncomfortable. What we're gonna do is we're gonna lean back slightly and then open up the chest. And we're just gonna be alternating sides. Because you feel that in the quads. So if you don't want to do the lean back, you can just do the opener without leaning. We'll still get a lot of good upper body mobility. A few more repetitions here. So this is a new exercise. Don't feel bad or anything, because it's a tough one. A lot of control required. Last one. All right, coming slowly up to standing. We're gonna open up our hamstrings now. So we're just gonna reach through the leg, under the leg. So our heel is planted, our toes are off the ground. And we're just kind of swinging through. Feeling that hamstring, the back of our leg, start to activate here. Couple more repetitions here. One more. There we go. So next we're gonna go into a little side bend, so just waking up total body here. So we're coming down, maybe dropping this bottom hand as we go. Slowly coming up. Switching sides. Your range of motion might be here today, it might be a little bit lower. So with these kind of mobility warm-up movements, it's always about finding kind of that threshold of challenging yourself, but not going too far beyond your typical range of motion. Last one there, final one is a full body activator. So we're squatting down, reaching up. So we're going to start with some strength movements. It's going to be 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. 2 rounds through. And we'll take a little 60-second rest after the first round is over. So have your dumbbells or some sort of dumbbell alternative ready. Last two. Okay. I'm gonna grab a quick drink here and then we'll get going to the first movement. Okay, so one or two dumbbells, maybe feeling it out, maybe starting slow for the first round using just one. So we're going into body weight or a dumbbell rather squat, holding for a second, and then coming up. So squat, hold for a second, coming up. So working on that stability a bit with the strength movement. Okay, so 40 seconds on, 20 off, and then I'll demo the rest as we go here. Take breaks as needed. Other than that, let's get going. Coming down, butts going back. And then we're holding for just a half a second or a second long. Here for 15. Here for 10. And last one. Okay. And relax there. So the next one is going to be a renegade row with the push-up. So we are coming down. And if you want to use dumbbells, you can. I'm just going to use body weight. But we're coming down and then we're rowing back into the push-up. This can be done on your knees as well. So we can be here. And then row, and push up. So even if you're not doing the rows with dumbbells, still using body weight, squeezing the shoulder blade as if you were still getting that stimulus. 15. Last 10. 3, 2, 1. All right, 20 seconds off. Next, going into what's called a waiter curl. So like a waiter holding plate or what have you. We're here, and then we're reaching up. And so the dumbbell is kind of on our hands like this. So we're just right underneath it, and then we're curling up. Side. Trying to get full range of motion. Not quite locking it out at the bottom, but getting close. So you should feel some chest activation while doing this because we're squeezing our hands together. Here for 5, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Next, going into lateral lunges, or it's going to be alternating sides. I'm going to hold the dumbbell just like I was for the waiter curl. If you want to hold 2 and straddle the leg each time, you can do that as well. All right, here we go. Hitting my clock here. So bringing butt back each time. So if you're new to these, maybe it's just a little bit of range of motion each time. So it's just a little pulse, which is totally fine. Last one. Okay. So next we're going to go into that lat pullback. So we're going to hold one dumbbell overhead, and then we're reaching behind to feel the stretch in our lats, side body, bring it to about belly button, chest level each time. So we're here. And exhale to bring it up. Really powerful exhales. Use the breath to control the movement. Last 10 here. Relax. So next we're gonna go into a single leg RDL. We're gonna do just the one leg this time. I'm gonna do left leg. The weight is gonna be in our right hand. If you choose to use a weight, you just do a body weight as well. And then we're reaching down, keeping that back nice and flat as we do it. So notice how I'm not going all the way to the ground necessarily. You can do that, but just noticing if my back starts to round like this, then I know I've started to compromise my form, which we don't want to do. 15 seconds. Slight bend in this leg, planted leg. Last one. One over. Oh, made it. Okay. Next, we have dumbbell chest press. So we are on the ground. And then to hit our triceps a bit, we're going to hold the dumbbells so our palms are facing one another. All right. So bent knees. Coming up. Palms are facing each other. Inhale down, exhale powerfully up. So try to be conscious of the breath each time we do a movement. We're just going to make the whole workout a lot easier. It'll be a lot more efficient with our energy. Last one. Okay. All right, next one. We have a staggered squat. So we're going one dumbbell, left foot's forward, and then our right foot is just kind of there for a little bit of support behind us, and then we're squatting down. So most of our weight here is on our left leg, left quad specifically. Same thing, try to use that breath, channel the breath to bring you upward. Last one. Okay. Remember, we did left foot. Left foot, RDL, left foot, staggered squat. Two more movements here, then we get a little rest. We're going to do a Superman's next. So on our stomach. And we're bringing our chest off the floor each time. Our legs can stay stationary on the ground. Relax the jaw, the neck, not clenching. Easier said than done. 15 seconds. Last one. All right. And last movement of round one, we're gonna do it all over again. It's a calf raise. So I'm gonna use both dumbbells here. Pretty simple, coming up, but then slowly down. So we're coming up, then we're trying to control that descent. building the eccentric strength by going slowly down. So the concentric is generally when we're going up with the movement, eccentric coming down. There's like building our brake system in our muscles, which is going to help us avoid injury. We want to be able to stop. Not just putting pedal on the gas, we want a brake as well. All right, last one. Okay. Little rest here, grab a drink, towel off. And we're gonna do that one more time through. Okay. So now we kind of know the movements. We know the intensity, so maybe we want to take it easy for this next round. Maybe you want to amp it up a little bit. So kind of listen to your body for today, how it's feeling. But here we go. Let's go for it. Starting again, 10 minutes, 10 exercises, starting with the squat with the pause. Let's get it. Here we go. So you're inhaling down, exhaling up. It's almost maybe thinking about this as kind of like yoga. We've been to yoga before. They're very conscious on paying attention to the breath, using that to guide your movements, not holding our breath. Try to do the same thing here. Last one. All right, got push up with renegade row with dumbbells, or just body weight works as well, but still doing the row each time. All right, here we go. Remember, the rows, you're coming back, not straight up. So really want to engage the back rather than the bicep. Halfway. Keep it going, keep using that breath. 5 seconds. All right, very nice. I think I was just doing one row at a time, so you're doing both. Thanks for remembering what I said. All right, waiter curl coming up. Remember, right in, kind of resting on our palms, lifting it towards the chest. Same thing here. Exhale on the way up. Slowly down, powerfully up with an exhale. Slowly down, powerful up with exhale. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, coming into those lateral lunges next. So you can do that same hold as we were just doing, or staggering the foot each time with 2 dumbbells, or body weight works too. So our feet should be pretty much parallel with one another. Our chest should stay upright or close to upright, meaning we're not going like that, bending over each time. Last one. Okay, So next, going into that lat pullover. And you can use 2 dumbbells for this if you like. But being safety first, of course. It's going over your head. Okay, here we go. Bend knees. Inhale back. Exhale up. Like I said earlier, finding that kind of threshold tipping point of where the challenge starts to begin, not going way past it, but trying to improve a little bit each time. Last one. Okay. Going into single leg RDL. For me anyway, right foot. The dumbbell, if you choose to use a dumbbell, is going to be in our left hand. Doesn't always have to be in the left hand, by the way, but this helps kind of equal out your weight a little bit more than doing it on the same hand. But then the other cue, other than our back, which I mentioned last time, is our foot is going to have a tendency to externally rotate like this. We want to keep it nice and aligned with our front foot. So you're kind of twisting your hip to keep everything straight forward. Next, coming into that chest press. Coming slowly up and down out of these standing, sitting positions. Don't need to go too fast. All right. Palms face one another, get a little tricep activation. Inhale down. Exhale powerfully up. So our arms should pretty much touch the floor each time. Nearly there. Three, two, one. I swear my clock wasn't gonna go up, but no, no. Okay, staggered squat, right foot forward. Then our left foot is just there, just for a little extra weight, a little extra support. There we go. And then if this is uncomfortable, kind of painfully so, perhaps modifying by going into more of a lunge. That's likely a more familiar position for you. A little less tension on the knee. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have our Supermans coming up. We got calf raise, and we're done with the strength component. We'll do a little cardio. If this is not cardio enough, then we're out of here. Okay. So maybe this is even the most important one, to use that breath, because your range of motion isn't generally fantastic down here. Exhaling to rise up. Inhale down. Last one. All right. Last strength movement for today is that calf raise. Are working on the brakes, the brake system, so the lowering, the eccentric component of the movement. Find that point where you want to just let go and drop down. Try to resist that descent for an extra quarter of a second even. Last 10. Last one. All right. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna go into our cardio circuit. I believe I planned it well enough where we are gonna have time for everything, but if I didn't, by all means leave when you gotta leave here. Take a quick drink first. Okay, so what we're gonna do is 20 seconds consecutively of 4 exercises. We're gonna do 2 to 3 circuits of 4 different exercises each time. So the first circuit is gonna be cross jacks into butt kicks, into uppercuts, into high knees. I'm gonna be doing all of those with you, of course. If you don't remember, that's fine. But it's 20 seconds consecutively, no breaks, little 30-second rest. We do that one more time through, a 60-second rest, and then we do that format with new movements, doing that 3 rounds through. Got all of that. Excellent. 20 seconds consecutively, cross jack, butt kick, uppercut, high knees. Let's get it. 20 seconds. Let's go for it. There should be fairly high intensity here. All right, transitioning right into butt kicks. Pump those arms. Full range of motion with the legs. Got uppercuts next. 3, 2, 1. A little bit of an athletic squat stance. Ten seconds here. We're going into high knees. And we get a little 30-second rest. 3, 2, 1. Into high knees. Here for 10, pump those arms. Three, 2, 1. Rest for 30 seconds. We're gonna do that one more time through. So for these cardio movements, and I suppose just in general strength movements as well, if like you just did high knees or whatever yesterday, if you'd like to do something else, by all means, kind of switch it up as you would like to. There we go. Cross tracks coming up. Butt kicks coming up in 5, 3, 2, 1. Butt kicks. Got 10 seconds here. Try to speed up that pace, that intensity. Uppercuts. There we go. A little bit of a squat. Bent knees. Got high knees coming up in 20 or 420 brother. All right, 90s. Got a minute rest after this. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have a minute rest. Catch a breath, grab a drink. Now we're gonna do that same format, so 2 times through, different movements. This time, the first one is gonna be that ape walk, lateral walk, all the different things. We're coming here, we're using our upper body to move us side to side. You can also just do more of a lateral walk if you like. The next one is gonna be a little bit more dynamic, so we're here, we're popping up with a squat. Next, we have pogos. So we're just working on those calves again. And then last one, we have thrusters. Knee to chest each time. So starting with that ape walk, ape crawl, lateral walk. There we go, 20 seconds. We're on circuit 2. 10 seconds. Total body movement here, using our shoulders. Little lateral movement. All right, next we have squat. So you can add a jump if you like, otherwise we can just go out, out. Three, 2, 1, going right into pogos. There's little baby hops off the floor. That's 3, 2, 1, going right side. The left knee's coming up. Go opposite side next time. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax for 30. This circuit, definitely more demanding, in my opinion, than the last one. Take little breaks, as I've been saying. Maybe skipping one of the movements. Maybe holding like a static movement, like a squat, wall sit, what have you. Okay, here we go. Ape walks. Let's go. Three, 2, 1, into those touchdowns. Stepping it out, of course, as a modification. Pogo's coming up. All right, and we're in it. You don't necessarily have to hold your hands up. But why not? Here for 10. All right, thrusters. Got our right side this time. Or right leg, rather. Going as powerful as you can. Three, 2, 1. Breathe, relax there. I'm gonna check my timer here. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do just 1 round through. Just making sure we have a little bit of time for a cool down. So the movement are gonna be halo slam. So we're here, you jump, or you can just be on the floor, just winding around as if we're have a sledgehammer in our hand. Next one is gonna be backward lunges or lunge jumps. Next one is basketball shuffles. So now we're just going for a little bit speed, more speed than the 8 walk before. And final one, sprint in place. Give it all you have for that one. All right, just one round through. 20 seconds on each one. All right, here we go. So winding up. Bring it to the side each time, a little rotation. Backward lunges or jumps. Or just body weight, but still trying to go fast if you can. Got our shuffles next. Here we go. Nice and fast, even if you only have a little bit of room like me. It's kind of that acceleration, deceleration. As soon as you stop, you're right back to it. All right, sprint in place. Here we go. Pump the arms. It'll be burn in 10. 3, 2, 1. 3. We did it. We made it. All right. Little cool down here. Grab yourself a little bit of water. You earned it. Okay. So let's go into a nice little kind of mobility flow here. We're going to start with these 90-90 hip switches. So 90 degrees with one leg or thereabouts. Same thing with the back leg. You can use your arms to help lift you off the floor. Feeling that stretch in the hip flexor. And you just kind of rotate at your own pace. Or if you just want to stay in one position, that works too. Then trying to be, kind of going back to the breathing topic, starting to be conscious of extending our exhales so they're a little bit longer than the inhales. Gets us into that parasympathetic nervous system response, helps kind of slow down the stress response that we're in right now. Just do one more on this side. Okay, let's come up slowly to standing here. We're just gonna reach over. We're just gonna let our hands hang, arms hang for a moment. Maybe have a slight bend in the knee, but not much. Kind of let that hamstring open up a little bit as well. Then letting your back round. So I always say, I've been saying in the workout today, not to round our back, but rounding our back is part of life, of course. We want to be able to do it. All right, let's start to open up the shoulder. Let's just kind of stir the pot with our left hand, left shoulder. Reverse directions. Go to the other side, right hand. First directions. Let's come up to standing. We'll just do two final stretches, the ones we started it out with. A little side bend to the left. Nice deep exhale here. Up to standing and to the right. Exhale here. And a little back bend for good measure. And we did it. Thanks for coming in, guys. If you have any feedback on kind of the new format-ish, it's similar to what we've been doing, but let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you back here next week.